Okay, usual nonce book post. You have to change both your tires on a motorbike at the same time. No, you fucking don't. You really don't. Unless you're riding... Actually, no. Even if you're going forwards, you're still going to wear out your back tire more than the front, unless you've got front-wheel drive. If your rear wheel is doing the driving, which it does, it provides your propulsion, that's going to wear out minimum 3 times more quickly than your front tire. The people that say you've got to replace both tires at the same time, all of your brake pads at the same time, are selling you tires, are selling you brake pads, are talking bollocks online to get you to buy stuff. You do not have to change all your brake pads at the same time. You don't have to. If you've got 2 sets on your front wheels and only 1 set is worn out, just replace the 1 set. You don't have to replace all of them. Honestly, you don't. Tires. I ride pretty hard. So that means I'm generally going to get through a bike before I get through a front tyre. I wish I was joking. I'm generally going to get through maybe 1 front tyre a year because I do reasonable mileage. And I'll get through 4 back tyres. And it's not because I'm racing or revving or doing wheel spins. That's just the way for normal road use. Your back tyre runs out first, several times more quickly than your front tyre, because it's not doing a lot of work, unless you're going backwards a lot. I'm not including Harley riders in this, of course. Same with chain. You don't have to get a new chain when it goes too slack. You can tighten it. If it's still slack and it's fully tightened, you get yourself this thing, it's called, what's it called? A chain splitter. And if you don't have a reusable link, like a split link on your chain, you can go and buy yourself a link to join it together. Or you can just get an angle grinder, cut the freaking chain off, and then remove some links. Don't remove too many. And remove some links. Even on a sports bike, you can shorten the chain 2 or 3 times. That's about 10 inches maybe. About 10 to maybe 15 centimeters from the chain, and it is still safe and it still works. Which will save you, and let's do the calculation, 120 quid for a chain. You don't have to do the sprockets at the same time as a chain. You don't. You don't even have to change both sprockets at the same time, because the rear one's out faster than the front. But if you want to do your chain and change it, you're talking about between 100 and 150 quid. If you can shorten it 3 times, that's going to save you about £300 plus labour. It's going to save you about £500 just on your chain. Tyres. If you're changing both bloody tyres at the same time, a front tyre, you don't need super sport tyres, big brand name tyres, unless you're going to ride at over 160 miles per hour. I'm on a fazer. I regularly, every time I go out, will do at least 135 miles per hour. It might not be for very long because I'm on the A roads. I'm on the A39. The sheep don't tend to like it when you go that fast. It scares the shit out of them. But even then, I'm only using the box standard tyres. Yes, my back tyre is similar to a high busted tyre, but it's still only 125 quid for a back tyre. It's still only £110 for a front tyre. And I can quite happily go around bends at speed. Not an issue. Don't need a tissue at the moment. So if you're changing your tyres, both of them, every bloody time you change a back tyre, I mean, how much money have you got to waste? If you're looking at minimum 3 back tyres to 1 front, 3 tyres plus labour, you're still talking 400 quid. That with your chain, that's £1,000 per year. I mean, do you not, are you that affluent? Are you that rich and wealthy? Or fuck the wealth, the money you're wasting. How about the fact that you're damaging the environment? They don't make this shit in England. You're not allowed. It's all made in Asia. That way it can be imported through America. Because you can't go through direct from Asia to Britain. No, because the army, the pirates will seize the vessels and sink them and steal them. Of course, these pirates happen to look very much like the US Navy. So you have to import all the goods through America. Extra £1 million on the transport fees, but America keeps control. So yeah, bikes. You don't have to change your chain if it gets too slack. Obviously, if it's slacker than a fucking granny elephant snatch, yes. But you can tighten it. It takes 5 minutes. Generally, 3 spanners. I'm going to tell them all. But once you finish tightening it and you still got a bit of slack, you can just take out a couple of links. You can get a link splitter. Bike meets will, like Bath my Showground, they will sell them for about £5, a chain splitter. Or you can just go and get yourself an angle grinder. Just don't punch your tire. Takes about 10 minutes to do, job done. So, yeah. People using expressions like false economy, that translates as they want you to spend more money. That makes them richer, it makes America richer, and it makes you poorer. I'm a biker, I've never had a car license. You don't have to do this. If you're complaining about your bike, change it, modify it. I had a belt drive bike once, Kawasaki 440. I got bored. I converted it to chain drive. It took a hacksaw and chain and sprockets. That was it. If you're not happy with the bike, change it. Don't get something, if you're only going to look at it and have a wank, get something you're actually going to be able to use and enjoy, rather than just something you can brag about online. For fuck's sake. Yeah, get your fucking headlights. Pisshead car drivers.